So okay, you just keep working in the business though, and does your career just kind of explode? Was there ever any a moment where it felt like, oh, I'm like really a big deal? Like I've actually really kind of crossed over from just being a new girl in the game to really being a star to a certain extent.
I think for me, I like that's why I feel like why I think the word star is like kind of like a sacred thing for me at certain times. Like I didn't really, I feel like maybe like had it been like 3, maybe 4 years in, like people started to recognize me in like certain places, if it was airports or in different cities or things like that. It was kind of ironic, even though I didn't know that that could happen because I just wanted to do porn, and I just thought porn was like a way to express myself sexually because I've always been comfortable in my own skin and body. So I didn't think that it would like trickle down to someone in Ohio or Tennessee knowing who I was because I just did this scene. So I didn't really know the magnitude of the effect that porn really had to everyone. So I feel like around that time, and then it just became a thing where my family found out. I had no other choice but to like kind of drop it my own way, like is saying it.
So it
And
took a few years for your family to figure it out.
I feel like probably like a year and a half into it. I told my dad early on because I knew my dad watched it, and I knew that the women that he liked
Oh no.
had big booties as well.
That's the
So-
worst nightmare is not only your daughter doing porn, but your daughter being the exact type of girl that you watch
So
shoot porn.
I told him that what it was, and he was like, so I ruined porn for him. He's never watched it since I told him. So
I understand that. Like I feel like
he's like, I'm afraid you're gonna pop out somewhere, even if you're not. And he was like,
Yes.
I can't do that. So I respect that. And so my big thing with him was he was a big fan of Howard Stern. So he's like, please, just whatever you do, don't go on the show. And he was like, you ruined porn for me. Just leave me that. And I was like, okay. So I was contracted with Adam and Eve, and I signed in my contract. I had to put in there because they were sponsors of the show that I could not go on the show. But yeah. So
was that ever kind of upsetting because like literally every other big porn star is pretty much going in there?
I don't think it was upsetting, you know, and there came like towards the end of my career, he was like, if you want to go on it, I don't care anymore kind of thing. And, you know, it was over. But in the beginning, it was like his thing.
I wonder if your dad's a
ruined
No
it.
Jumper fan.
I don't know if he's a No Jumper fan, but
Well,
I'm sure.
it's not happening from here. Actually, I feel like I've been fairly respectful, so maybe he would,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, my dad listens to my podcast, and I'm quite, you know, honest and candid. And I mean, my thing is with my parents, what I loved about them is, again, it's not something that they aspired for me to do or anything like that, but they're very, you know, supportive, and they've, you know, never turned their back on me, and they're, you know, they've raised me to be who I am, and I'm, you know, just honest in my own skin, and that's all as much as I can be.
That's dope.